pictures we can find. So let's go. I'm sure you guys remember this name, Carl Malden. He was a very versatile performer, mainly in supporting character roles. He appeared in nearly 100 motion picture, television programs, and theater productions since the late 1930s. He was born to Yugoslavian parents in Chicago, Illinois, and was raised in Gary, Indiana. And then spending a few years working in the local steel mills there. He made his Broadway debut in 1937, The Golden Boy. He made his big screen debut with a bit role in the 1940 picture They Knew What They Wanted. After returning from the service in the United States Army, during World War II, he would resume his acting career. During the 1940s and 50s, he kept busy alternating between theater and films, appearing in such classic stage productions as Winged Victory, Key Largo, All My Sons, The Desperate Hours, and A Streetcar Named Desire. And in 1954, he teamed up with Marlon Brando on the classic picture On the Waterfront, for which he won an Oscar nomination. In television, he teamed up with Michael Douglas on the Streets of San Francisco TV show from 1972 to 77 as Lieutenant Mike Stone. In addition, he appeared in a series of memorable commercials for the American Express card. Now that is what I remember him from, those American Express card commercials. He received an Emmy Award for his performance in the 1984 television movie Fatal Vision. He served as the president of the Academy of Motion Picture and Arts and Sciences from 1989 to 1993. Goes nothing. Let's see what happens. Yeah, those guys are on top of it in the Great Mausoleum. No joke. They got cameras and everything everywhere. They're watching you constantly. But I did the best I could. I'm gonna see if I can get into anywhere else around here in the Mausoleum in different sections. In those more shaded areas, they've got like I can see little red security cameras. Like I think it's like an infrared, so you can see in low light, see what you're doing. I mean, the whole time I was holding the camera like close to my body, down by my belt buckle, just holding it in my hand. You know, I wanted to show you guys at least a little bit of it, but these guys aren't playing games here. And most of the areas, a lot of the corridors are chained off, and it says, you know, property owners only, or, you know, families only, or whatever. So this place does not make it easy whatsoever for you to do any filming in that mausoleum. You know, I don't think I showed anything sensitive. They just said it's for the privacy of the people that are in there, and you know, you got to respect that. I showed you guys a little bit of it, but I wasn't showing anybody's specific name or dates, or I was kind of just walking around with it kind of, you know, up here or down here by my navel. So we're gonna see what else we can get into over here. Okay, I'm here to give Michael Jackson a message for a friend. I had asked the groundskeeper if it would be best where to leave the message at the door of where he's located, and he brought me back here behind in the bushes up underneath where Michael is. Now, supposedly, I've always heard Michael was like right here where this white stuff is on the building, but the groundskeeper said he's actually right there. So, and he told me this is where a lot of the people leave stuff, and this is the best place to leave it, not in front of the door. So, we're gonna leave this here for a friend. Yeah, back behind the bushes here, this is where the little shrine is. There's a glove there as well. Now, I'd asked, is the security so tight because of Michael Jackson? And they said no, it's just for privacy, for you know, everybody, I guess. So that's the deal. That window up there, there's 2 double panes. That's supposedly where Michael Jackson is. So I'm just gonna do like kind of a quick drive around of the mausoleum here, but I'm not allowed to go anywhere but where I was a minute ago. He said that's it. There's a smaller mausoleum up here, but he had said that it's just small and there's nothing really going on there. I'm able to go inside there, but there's the terrace right there. That's supposedly through those doors where Michael is right there. So, yep. Unfortunately, here we have the final resting place of actress Farah Fawcett. Charlie's Angels. Nobody can forget that show. That show was awesome at the time. She was an actress on that show and was a very, very popular figure among young men. She appeared on the series from 1976 to 1980. She left the show at the conclusion of the first season, but returned to the series in a guest role appearance over the next 3 seasons as part of a contractual settlement, avoiding a potential breach of contract lawsuit. She became one of the premier sex symbols of the 1970s and 1980s, appearing on the magazine covers of Playboy, Harper's Bazaar, People, Time, Cosmopolitan, Vanity Fair, Vogue, and TV Guide, among others. In 1976, she posed in a red swimsuit for a poster selling over 12 million copies worldwide. I remember that poster. I think everybody I knew owned that poster of her, that swimsuit. Her motion picture credits include Myra Breckinridge, 1970, Logan's Run, 1976, Somebody Killed Her Husband, 1978, Sunburn, 1979, Saturn III, 1980, The Cannonball Run, 1981, Extremities, 1986, See You in the Morning, 1989, Man of the House, 1995, The Apostle, 1997, The Love Master, 1997, Dr. T and the Women, 2000, and The Cookout in 2004. Her television credits include Mayberry RFD, I Dream of Jeannie, The Flying Nun, The Partridge Family, McCloud, Marcus Welby, MD, The $6 Million Man, Ally McBeal, Spin City, and The Guardian in 2004. And she was the recipient of 2 TV Land Awards for her work in Charlie's Angels, and in 1977 earned a People's Choice Award as Favorite Female Performer in a new TV program. She also drew critical acclaim for her work in the television motion picture The Burning Bed in 1984. She was also nominated for her work in Small Sacrifices 1989, The Guardian 2001, Poor Little Rich Girl, The Barbara Hutton Story 1987, and The Nazi Hunter. In 1995, she was awarded a star on the Hollywood's prestigious Walk of Fame. Diagnosed with cancer in September 2006, she waged a long battle with the disease before eventually succumbing to the age of 62. So that was Farrah Fawcett, 70s and 80s icon. Now, I want all the men here to admit you had that poster on your wall at some point in your life, probably as a child, as a teenager, of her in that swimsuit. I think I had older family members that had that poster. But author Ray Bradbury, 1920 to 2012, the author of Fahrenheit 451. He had stated upon graduation from high school that instead of going to college, he was going to go to the library to further his education. His most popular books were Fahrenheit 451, Something Wicked This Way Comes, which that was a crazy movie back in the day, The Martian Chronicles, Dandelion Wine, The Illustrated Man. And some series he had put out was Greentown and Crumley Mysteries. Do you guys remember that HBO show called Ray Bradbury Theater? That it was his stories and whatnot. It went from 1985 to 1986, and then it went to the USA Network, and it ran for 4 additional seasons from 1988 to 92. But for sure, I remember Ray Bradbury Theater on HBO, and that was a good show. I liked that show. I'd always tune in every week to watch that show. Something Wicked This Way Comes. That was a badass story as well. But that was Ray Bradbury. I know a while back I had run across a grave in a different cemetery with the last name Bradbury, and somebody was asking me, "Is that Ray Bradbury?" Well, for whoever asked that question, there you go. I showed you the man himself. This little garden area is beautiful. Let's walk around here and look for a minute. In between our celebrity spottings here, entertainment to our lives. Walt Disney. They have him down as a motion picture pioneer, film producer, animator, theme park mogul, voice actor, most remembered for creating Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and a host of other cartoon characters. He was awarded a total of 32 Oscars, more than any other person for his achievements in films. Wow. Definitely one of the greats. Crypt area is built into the hillside here. It's Mary S. Ertl, MD. I did a little bit of research on her. It said she was a medical pioneer, believed to be the first female doctor to practice medicine in the city of Los Angeles, California. A rather eerie marble statue seated upon a bench can be seen inside her family tomb. Wow. Yeah, that is kind of creepy, that marble statue sitting there. But none of the tombs have names on them. A couple over here do. For the most part, this place has got a lot of spots open. Pretty much free to roam. Arthur Letts. He was a businessman. He was the founder of Broadway department stores and Bullocks, and was responsible for developing a great deal of Hollywood. He also purchased and developed Westwood, Holmby Hills, and the UCLA campus. And another little factoid about his son. His son, Arthur Letts Jr., built the Playboy Mansion. So there's a little bit of history in this family here. Bullock's department stores, and then the son built a Playboy Mansion. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this thing is full of spiderwebs. There's that vase on that back table in there. It's just got like a covering of just spiderwebs, cobwebs, and everything. And this pond fountain area is gorgeous. Hattie McDaniel, 1895 to 1952, renowned performer, Academy Award 1939, Gone with the Wind. Aunt Hattie, you are a credit to your craft, your race, and to your family. Edgar Goff. Dedication, October 26, 1999.